Hey there, how's it going? So it is officially a new year, and that means it's time for me to buy a new camera. Now, for those of you that don't know, I actually owned a Sony a7 III and I own the Fujifilm X-E2. Now, my plan was to actually sell the a7 III and use the money from that to purchase the Sony a7C Mark II. And basically, after I sold my a7 III, a couple weeks went by, and for whatever reason, I just didn't purchase the a7C Mark II. I don't know what it was. There was something that was making me hesitant about the purchase. I don't know if it was the fact that the camera was a little over $2,000 or if I just wasn't sure that it was the perfect camera for me. I don't know. I just didn't buy it right away. And the longer that I went without buying it, the more and more hesitant I started to be. I started to consider purchasing maybe the Fujifilm X-T5 or even like a Lumix camera. And then one day I was looking on Amazon and I actually found this camera, the Fujifilm X-E4. Now, again, I already own the Fujifilm X-E2, and this camera is pretty incredible. It's not an amazing camera, you know, specs wise. It's only a 16 megapixel camera. It shoots only like 1080p video. It came out in 2010, but something about this camera genuinely makes me enjoy taking photos on it. There's just something about the way the images come out of this camera, you know, the images straight out of camera, the JPEGs that it takes are just really great. And the size of the camera, just how it feels in the hand and when I'm taking photos, genuinely makes it enjoyable for me to take photos. So why did I buy this camera? Why did I buy the X-E4 if I already have the X-E2? Well, like I said, the form factor of this camera is something that I really enjoy. I know everyone says that they take their camera everywhere, yada, yada, yada. They have it with them every day, but I was genuinely doing that with the X-E2, you know, because of the size and the ability to just sort of like put it in a bag or throw it over my neck. You know, with the Sony a7 III, it was, you know, a full frame camera, and it felt like a full frame camera. It was kind of cumbersome to take with me. And even though that camera takes better photos, higher quality photos, better video, I was always picking up the X-E2. So when I saw the X-E4, I already knew that I liked the body style. I like the rangefinder camera. I haven't yet gotten a lot of time with the X-E4 yet. I've only had it a couple days, and actually here in Texas, it's been raining pretty much every day since I've had it, so I haven't gotten to take it out and like really use it for street photography and a lot of the photography that I like to use my cameras for. But I am using it right now to shoot this video. That's one of the great things about this camera, and one of the other reasons why I decided to purchase it. It actually shoots 4K video. It has a flip up screen, so I'm able to kind of like see myself, frame myself when I'm shooting these videos for YouTube, and, you know, using the camera to take self-portraits. The flip up screen is really great. It was one of the big selling factors for me when purchasing this camera. And honestly, I think the video looks pretty good. The eye tracking is working really well. I plan to continue to use this for these YouTube videos. You know, this upcoming week, now that it's not raining, I'm planning on going out and shooting some cinematic video, and of course using it for street photography. I was really lucky because when I bought this camera, I actually found two lenses for the camera for a really good price as well. I ended up picking up the Fujifilm 35mm and the Fujifilm 18mm. Is it 18 or 16? I can't remember actually. Oh, it's the 16mm crop sensor camera. It's actually closer to a 24mm lens, and then the 35mm lens on a crop sensor camera is pretty close to like a 50mm lens. So I think having those two lenses together with this crop sensor camera is going to be really great. It gives me like a really good range. And then I also still have the 27mm 27mm lens that I use on my XE2 currently, so I can use this lens as well if I wanted to just take it off the XE2. But honestly, I think that this lens will probably just live on this camera for a little bit. And I'm gonna rock the other two lenses on my XE4, so I'm excited about that. Like I said, I haven't got to use the camera very much, but I'm looking forward to using it over the next couple weeks, and I'm gonna be making a ton of videos about it. So if that sounds interesting to you, please like this video, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.